When I think about Grandpa Alfred, there are a number of key words that come to mind. Warm, caring, loving. When we were younger, we used to come round to Grandma and Grandpa's house, and we used to spend time there Sunday afternoon, or we used to come round for a barbecue that Grandpa was so famous for. I remember seeing how he would take care and take interest in each one of us. I remember how he always used to tell me that I was left-handed because he was left-handed, and I actually thought that maybe there was some type of connection. But seeing his warmth, seeing how caring he was and how loving he was to everyone around him, in particular to those who are really close to him, I will never forget how he looked after Shimmie Berlin, how he took care of her, the love and the care, and how he merited and was zoicha to really look after till such a wonderful age. And of course, how he looked after Grandma Evelyn and the love and the care that they shared for each other. But I think if there's one word that really sums up Grandpa, maybe that word is father. Grandpa was a father. He was the patriarch of the family. We know that there's no coincidence in life. And this week that we're mourning and we're remembering Grandpa, we read Parshas Noach. Even in Australia we read Parshas Noach. And at the end of last week's Parsha, we're told that Noach motza chen be'enei Hashem. Noach found favor in the eyes of Hashem. Certainly our grandfather, Grandpa Alfred, found favor in the eyes of Hashem. But at the end of this week's Parsha, we're introduced to Avraham Avinu. Avraham, who was referred to and was known as the Av Hamoin Goyim, the father of all nations. And as we say, it's no coincidence that Grandpa's name was Avraham. Grandpa, like his namesake, like Avraham Avinu, was the father to all those who knew him. Not just his children and his grandchildren and his great-grandchildren, but all those around him. Also, I was thinking, we know that over Sukkot, a different one of our ancestors comes and visits us each day of Sukkot. And we know that even though Grandpa was in the hospital for many, many weeks, but the first day of Sukkot, the day when Avraham Avinu comes to visit us, he was at home with his family. He was at home where he really wanted to be. What a special merit that was, because family meant so much to Grandpa. We will always cherish the moments that we had with him and the values that Grandpa stood for. And I personally recognize, as my father mentioned the other day, that we are only here because of Grandpa, because of his devotion in the early days when he left Reading in order to be able to give his children the Jewish education that he wanted. And therefore, I'm only able to bring up my family because of Grandpa and because of the values that he stood for. And therefore, together with Dalia and all of my family, we wish the whole family a Chaim Aruchim, a long life, and in particular to Grandma, who has been such an inspiration to all of us over the years. Grandma, you should continue in health and only get nachas from the family to be able to see what Grandpa and yourself, what you've built, the family that you've built for yourself, the family around you. And you should continue to only have good Yiddish and nachas. May we all continue to go in that path that Grandpa has set for us. And may he, who is now, Grandpa is now in Shamayim, be a Melitz Yosha, be a messenger for us. And that we should see no more sorrow for us and for all of the Jewish people.